Yeah, the outside of my car is not looking too hot right now, but luckily I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about my issues, the car surging when I really get on it. So I think it's a boosting issue, but we're replacing fuel components anyway. Today's gonna be a really busy day for the car. There's a lot of things going in. We have the DW300 fuel pump. We're switching out the whole assembly, putting in the one for my parts car because it's in better condition. So I don't know what the issue is completely, but I'm thinking it's boost. We have the Snabb Air intake with 4-inch MAF with the RS4 MAF sensor going in. An AEM, air fuel ratio gauge, along with a shorty turbo control valve. If I can get to it, it's going to be a pain in the butt. And there's another thing. The Snabb intake pipe, because that goes with the 4-inch MAF, it's not going to fit otherwise. And I'm still forgetting something. No, maybe that's it. But we've had all the rear seats to my car taken out for a while now, and I'm actually curious if I can strip the dye and then re-dye the seats that Atacama orange, which would be really cool. Or if I should just leave the seats out altogether, you know, weight reduction. I'm not sure how much these seats actually weigh. I am going to weigh them and find out though, to see how much weight we've taken out from the car, because that's the biggest issue, is it weighs a lot, but it is a wagon. My hands are very dirty, so I put gloves on to touch the camera. I haven't been recording, but the new fuel pump is in, the DW300. It starts up, it's much quieter, a lot quieter than the other one, because the other one was going. I just have to put the covers back on, and I've been working on this, along with getting all of this apart. Right now we have the turbo intake pipe out. We're going to be replacing these lines with 5mm silicone lines, and we're going to use the TCV from the parts car to see if that makes any difference. And we're going to try to replace the compressor bypass valve right down here. You can't see it, it's a pain in the ass, so I don't know if I'm going to get to that, but we will try. I'm still waiting for FedEx to come and deliver the other parts I need. Catch can's probably going to have to be moved. I'm not sure if the Snabb box heat shield is going to need this bracket or not, but we'll find out when it comes in. Slowly making progress. Alright, we have a little welding going on with another vehicle, but so far we've got all the TCV lines replaced. We got the new line from the compressor bypass valve. Unfortunately, wasn't able to replace it due to a coolant line being in the way. I don't want to drain my coolant right now, so that's going to hold off for another day. Hopefully when I get the turbo remade and pull that turbo off, we can just put it on there, make it easier. Still waiting for FedEx to come with the rest of my parts, but right now we'll move on to the air fuel ratio gauge. Right next to my meth controller. We still don't have the meth hooked up yet. I haven't had a chance to get the car on a lift to run the line underneath the car. I don't know if I want to run water meth right now until I do get the car tuned too. I'm not sure how beneficial it is without the tune. I know it'll reduce knock, but I'm not sure if it'll cause any problems. Also have to figure out where we're going to wire the gauge in on the side. We'll have to look at the panel and see what's what, and then I'll have to probably for now wire it in very poorly until I get an actual piece or fuse with a wire coming off of it to wire it in that way. It's probably a week later since I recorded some stuff for the Volvo, but everything's in and it is running so much better. No more surging, no more over boosting. It stays consistently at 7 pounds, which is, it's low, but I have no tune in my car with all those upgrades. This is how it's currently looking. Nice big intake tube. I lost the bolt to this, so I need to find a new one that's just wobbling around. And then I actually did the vacuum lines a little bit longer, which was a mistake, because right back here is where it's supposed to go. So I think today we're gonna mount the catch can over in this corner. I'm missing a bolt for this too, so it's wobbling. We're gonna shorten up these and get it attached to the back of the heat box. And then I'm thinking actually block this off, and then Elevate has a hood vent it goes like right here, so it'll suck in air right there, which is even colder than the air coming in the front. And I think that might be a little more beneficial as long as it doesn't restrict any airflow. And I still want to get these repainted because I didn't like protect them or anything. They're super dirty. I don't know if you can tell. Or maybe do less yellow and go with another color. But I'd stopped recording because we were trying to beat the darkness. It did get dark. I put my car together using a flashlight. And we had stopped to work on my friend's axle. He used an aftermarket one, so he was getting vibrations. So we switched it to an OEM one, and it was a pain in the ass to try to get out. And now we have to lift my car up. We're gonna raise the front a little bit. That way we can put the 20mm spacers on and fix the inner boot on the passenger side because that is throwing grease everywhere. Hopefully very soon the car will be ready to attempt to tune again. I think going up an inch on the BC coils will be enough because the spacers are going to set the front wheels out a little further, so they're going to stick out from the fender a little bit. And I'm not sure how much room that'll give it. I'm not sure if the wheels will end up scraping the fender if I only go up an inch, so we're gonna try an inch, and if that's not enough, we'll go up a little more. Alright, you can see the rip in the boot. It's a good sign the boot is still on there, and I don't see a giant gaping hole in it, which means it's probably still good. No clicking noises. I mean, it's obvious, like the axle is still good. The boot obviously isn't. There's grease everywhere, and that's gonna be a pain in the ass to clean up. Hopefully it didn't make its way closer to the wheel and get on any sensors. But that's gonna be replaced, and then we'll be good. Look at those. Those things are slammed down. We'll get it up an inch though. You can kind of see it. There's a little tiny hole in there, and I have no idea how that happens. That's super strange. It finally works. The sensor they sent me, I guess, wasn't working. The box was crushed, so I figured they're sensitive, it broke. I sent them an email, they sent me a new one, it's in, and it's all working nicely now. Just hope it's reading where it should. Lower should be rich, higher should be lean. I don't want it lean, that'll hurt the car. If it's rich, that's fine, my car's not tuned. So we're gonna go take it for a test ride, see what it does.
Really bad. Story doesn't happen.
So you can see it hopping around when accelerating. That was just a little pull in second. When I'm cruising, it's running a little lean, which is fine because it's more economy friendly, using less fuel just cruising. And when I get on it, it went rich. But I want to know, I have to get it tuned, and we'll see if it stays smooth or if it's just jumping back and forth, which it looks like it does jump back and forth, which isn't good for the car. I can't wait to get it tuned. Hopefully very soon. I have to sell a few more parts of that parts car, and then we can go try to get it tuned. I appreciate all you guys for watching. If you have any questions about anything that's been done, just leave a comment down below. I answer pretty quickly. My phone's always on me. I get notified right away. This has been like 2 weeks worth of recordings put into one video because there's a lot that goes on throughout the week. Alright, thank you everyone for watching. Hit the notification bell for more Volvo updates, modifications, sort of how-tos. Subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.